Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome right here to Houston's TejanoHits.com and the Keith Leal radio show, guys. If you guys are just tuning in right now to the show, please share the live, guys. That's right. And I would like to welcome back to the show right here, back right here to Houston's TejanoHits.com, Keith Leal radio show, Tejano time, all that great stuff. Mr. Juan P. Moreno, we're talking about the legendary Juan P. Moreno. What is going on, my brother?
How
Welcome
you
back.
doing, brother? Good to see you, Keith, man. Aquí andamos, echándole ganas. Muchas gracias. Doing good,
And,
man.
and
Doing
all
real
the
good.
way from Monterrey ahorita, right? That's
¿Sabes
where you're
bien? Over here in Monterrey. I was just tuning up,
awesome.
man. Ahorita I'll play something.
Yes, we're going to get him to play something live for us here in just a bit, guys. So make sure you guys tune in for that as well. But yes, we're
Yeah.
happy to have him aboard here to share some of what's going on with him, Mr. Juan P. Moreno. But Juan, again, we welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
You took some time off last year
A whole year.
due to some health reasons and stuff like that. But just to catch up and touch bases, I'm sure some folks out there would like to
Sure.
know how everything's going and where you stand with that currently right now.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Keith. Primeramente, gracias. Thank you for giving me esta oportunidad to come and say hi to everybody and to also let everybody know how I'm doing. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody, todos que, for all your prayers. I want to thank everybody in the Houston area, the groups, Rebelión, Negami, the Torres Brothers, Imposible. I mean, they did a benefit. My compadres, Michael and Libby Trevino. There's so many people that helped Joyce and Rick and everybody that they pitched in and helped out there. I really appreciate the help. Yeah, I went through some really bad health issues. In fact, I still have a pancreatic chronic disease. I have 3 tumors, but God is good, Keith. God is really good, and my 3 tumors they're benign. They're not malignant. I'm just thankful to God for that miracle. I am a walking miracle.
Yes.
I dropped about 50 pounds last year. I got really sick. I got jaundice. I turned yellow. It was really bad. Of course, out of work for a whole year and about a year and 3 months. And but gracias a Dios, I'm back. Gracias to Dios y los doctors, man, because of the medicines and
Yeah,
stuff
for sure.
that they're giving me. They're taking steroids. Bueno, al rato vas a ver, me voy a estar bien, vas a ver. Did you see
Give him
that?
some time, guys. Give him some time.
Give me some
Right.
time. I can't lift weights yet, but
He's gonna pick up that bajo sexto like a
I can pick
toothpick
up the
pretty soon,
bajo.
right?
That's the thing, gracias, every day, gracias a Dios. Thank you. I can pick up the bajo. I can move my fingers and stuff again. Because I got, that I got really sick, really bad, and to
Mhm.
where I was really weak. I
Yeah.
went down 53 pounds. I was a waist 34 red. I used to be 34 red because I would take my pants off, but I had red around my waist, just a little bit tight.
They're a little too tight,
But
right?
but I went down to a 30,
Hmm.
and there's a big difference, big
Yeah.
change, and a lot of you get weak. But
Hmm.
I'm back. But gracias a Dios, I've been working at it really hard, taking care of myself, uh, the strict diet, and taking medication, and just
Yeah.
visiting doctor over and over, and taking the. I have to I have to do biopsies. They have to do a biopsy on my pancreas, on the tumors, to make sure
Hmm.
we're holding them down. Se está bajando la inflammation. Todo va bien. Gracias a Dios.
Right.
Tengo 8.5 months taking medication, and I'm thankful to God and thankful to everybody that prayed for me.
Wow.
Now, the next thing is this: coming back, making a
Hmm.
comeback. Okay, I got a badass conjunto team together, and I'm going to be doing United States probably for the next 5 years straight. Nothing but
Wow.
but USA. I got a few gigs here in Monterrey, but we're going to hit the USA because there's so many areas, Keith, that I've been
Hmm.
called from different states
Right.
that
Right.
that we used to go. Bands go a week and a weekend and come back, and then don't go back for another 3 or 4 months. We're gonna
Hmm.
shoot out a week, come back, go back another weekend, and then do it like we used to a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Porque we used to go and stay 2 or 3 weeks in Chicago. You know, the chamacos.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
stay out there
Yeah.
to do promotion and play on the weekends, and then stay promotion on the weekends. So, but we're gonna hit it again. I'm with El Tiempo, Aaron Holler, Grupo El Tiempo. Juan P. Moreno con El Tiempo, and we have a new song out. It's called Lo Callaré. Look it out. Look for it on all social media. And we have more recordings coming out. I'm going back in the studio with Aaron. In fact, this coming Tuesday, I'll be going laying some more tracks in San Antonio. And
Awesome.
I'm just want to let everybody know that I'm really happy to be healthy again. Not 100%, but I'm healthy again. I'm healthy enough to go perform. I want to hit all the areas in Houston, mainly in Houston, San
Yeah.
Antonio, all the areas in Texas I used to go to. We're going to be
Yeah.
going out there, so be looking out for Juan P. Moreno con El Tiempo,
There you
and
go.
some good material, good stuff coming up. Got a lot of
Yeah.
oldies, and I'm open minded for everybody. I'm going to tell you all this. There's suggestions, man. I'll let you even ¿cómo se dice? You can request. Ask me what song you want me to re-record. One of Juan P. Moreno you want me to re-record, and we'll do it for you. Because I'm
There you go.
re-recording a lot of my material that
Mhm.
that stayed behind. Que gracias a Dios nowadays to this technology and everything that we have with the social media, we'll bring out a song at a time. We used to bring out 10, 12 songs on a CD and only one would get played on the air radio.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah.
you dedicate a lot of time to practice and creating and inventing material music
Hmm.
arrangements, and then you go and do it, and the only one song comes out.
Yeah.
And everybody, a lot of people, well, I heard it on the CD. I have that song, but I never heard it on the radio. So now, one at a time, he was
Yeah.
mejor.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's a lot
so I'm
better.
gonna redo the songs today. That other one didn't get airplay, so we're gonna redo it. A lot of people are
Mhm.
asking me for Los Hombres No Deben de Llorar that I did with Jaime, with Los Chamacos,
Okay. Okay.
and ¿Qué le vas a dar? Songs like that, old stuff, and songs that used to que sonaban in Corpus Christi. You remember those days?
Yes. Oh, I remember those days very well. Yes. Talking about the old Stardust days. Remember that?
Stardust, yeah, we played
Yes.
there. Yeah, many times.
I wasn't even old enough to be in the building, and I was there, guys.
Yeah,
That's
well,
how young I was.
we were barely old enough to be in there, so you were
Yeah,
younger.
I was younger. It was a long time ago, but yes, those are definitely the days back there in Corpitos for sure, for
Yes.
sure. Yes. So, tell me a little bit about Juan. How does it feel to be reconnecting with your fans, your followers? You know what I mean?
Man,
After a time off and then coming back and then going out to
it feels
shows. I mean, like I said, go ahead.
yeah, it feels great, man. Believe me, I've been in contact with a lot of my fans ever since I been getting better health wise. I've
Good,
been
good.
communicating with los fans, and it's cool. It feels good, and you feel all the love. You feel the love that people and I know there's a lot of people out there that want to see me over there and
Hmm.
perform and do those kind of songs. That's all the material and stuff that we're doing. Um, and I've been called from California, te digo. We got called from Wisconsin. We got a
Wow.
Florida call. We got a call from, thinking about out of state. Well, Idaho, of course, that's where my family's from. We're going to be doing Idaho too. Saludos a toda
Hmm.
la familia over there in Idaho.
Idaho.
So, yeah, so, I mean, it feels good with the people. Feels great. Feels great to be with that spirit that, I'm going to get to go perform again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Believe me, I
And
missed the
and
stage. I miss it
I'm
bad.
sure you. Yes, I know. Definitely. When you've been.
I did fanfare, man. I was so happy to be there, but it just went by so fast like that, man. Get off.
Yes, and we've gotten a lot of response on that. A lot of people were commenting on some of the posts there for the show as well that they got an opportunity to see you there in Fanfare también. So,
Yes,
yes, it's been a while. They said, but we had an opportunity to put on a great show. Yeah,
thanks.
he can still do it just like yesterday, guys. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that. I mean, he's got great music también. So it's the we have his new track. We're gonna play here in a minute. We
Mil
got a video
Vidas.
también, Mil Vidas. We have that video we'll play, and we have his
Awesome.
new single también that we're gonna play the audio as well. And he's gonna do a little live set for us. But I want to send a shout out to Josie Zamora who's watching. Hello, Keith Leal and Juan P. Moreno. She's tuned
Hello,
in.
hello.
And then she says, Amen. We serve an awesome God praying for you as well.
Yes, we do. We sure do. And like I was talking to some friends yesterday. Um, uno, you believe in God. Everybody believes in God in their own way. Everybody has their God, however the name of whatever religion. It's great as long as you believe in God.
Mhm.
But I was born raised Catholic. I was baptized. I was confirmed. I was a altar boy. Everything Catholic. But I'm not really a true Catholic because I was always on the road, and you know how it is as far as a true Catholic. I never was. Once I turned of age and started touring. But I always had God in my head, todo el tiempo praying. Estamos cuando había chance vamos a la iglesia. I know my prayers, and but this time when I got sick, Keith, it was like things changed, and I know that God was with me, and I went to a nephew of mine came over with this Christian uh, church people. They came over Christians and they prayed for me like nothing, and I felt really good. So they invited me to the church, and that's when I was really sick. I could barely walk. And so my wife took me and my daughter. We went to their side of Monterrey, called a church called El Cielo. And in fact, a friend of mine from San Antonio recommended me to go there, and so I went. And being in there with all the people there, and it's not like people say that they touch you and they throw you down, and and I don't know. It's not. It was nothing like that. It was great. It was a big place. There was about over 1,000 people in there sitting down, and they went for some reason or what. God was on our side or something. We walked all the way to the front, all the way up in there, and then it was right when they called the people to come up in the front, so we got up there. I was probably about in the third or fourth row, and the preacher that was there, he was the one who was talking to Pastor Carranco. He started preaching and predicting, no, como se dice, predicando. Yeah, he was there, and we was listening, and he started talking, and everybody raised their hand. He just lift your hands and let que Cristo te llegue. And I started to, and he reached down and grabbed my hand, and the first thing he says to me is that cancer thing you have in your is going to go away. I mean, how would he know?
How would he know?
He doesn't know me. He didn't know me.
Yeah.
And he started, and I was going to let go, and he says, "Don't let go of my hand," and I didn't. And he said, "You're going to start feeling," and I felt something warm. And this is not. I mean, I'm not a hypocrite. There's no reason to lie. God knows I'm not lying. So I felt something, and either way, I felt a change. After that, make a long story short, I got out of there, came home. I started to feel better, but not like wanting to get up and move around. I just, mind-wise, I was thinking positive thinking. I started thinking positive that I can come out of this. Because it was hard to look in the mirror every day, see me so skinny and yellow, with eyes yellow. I was it was bad. So I knew I felt like I got some kind of animal from the priest, from that pastor. And then I was going to the hospital here, University Hospital. And then they told me that I had cancer. The doctor gave me paper and everything, told me that I had cancer. I said, I'm going for a second opinion. I went to Austin. My daughter, Lucille, I love you, Lucille. My son-in-law, Patrick, everybody. They took me over there and was there for 6 nights, 7 days. And they found out that, at first they put a stent in me because they were going to give me chemo because they thought that it was cancer also. But like it was 3 tumors, so they checked in estos días, they checked them all, and 2 que no, y uno que sí, maybe, and maybe. And they checked it again, and siempre no. So that was the greatest thing, Yes. But I know that God was with me, and He was already working there. He was working. So when they changed, He looked when I dyed my hair. I dyed my hair and my beard for many years. People that know me, the músicos and people that know me, I've been dyeing my hair since I was with los chamacos. I always had a mancha de canas on my right side, and a little bit here, but mainly on this side. And then I would always dye it, and it's just going and going. And mira lo que pasó. No, so I come from a family that's calvo. My dad and my uncles, they're calvos. They get very thin hair, so I wore mine out with that dye. Believe me, it takes it away. Yeah. But so I decided to take it off. I kept dyeing my beard or my mustache, but when I was coming out of this illness, I just praying to God, and I don't want to be somebody I'm not. I looked at myself in the mirror when I was sick, and I was saying, this is not me. It's not me. I don't want to be like this. So I prayed God to bring me back, and when He brought me back, I said, I'm going to be just the way God wants me to be. Yes. So I'm not going to dye my beard or anything. And man, I've been getting a lot of compliments, dude. Yeah. No, but I mean, so you change it. I think people say, hey, you don't dye your beard no more. I'm sorry. I'm going to be 60 in September. I'm not ashamed of it to say it. I'm glad to be alive. I'm thankful to
Yes.
God to be alive. Cristo es grande. So I know that it doesn't matter. Really, I can't really keep up with them young pretty boys anyways anymore. so,
Right.
so I'm really, like I've always been all my life, been selling my talent,
Yeah.
my music and what I do. So,
Exactly.
so this is Juan P. Moreno right here.
There
Tapes
you go.
bien.
100%, guys, right there. Just
100%.
up close,
And,
Mr.
and
Juan
and
P.
ready to
Moreno.
hit the shows, man. All the promoters, anybody out there. Can I say something about this song? This is
Yes, for
okay, the
sure.
single. Well,
Hmm.
here's the number in the back. I wrote it down.
There you
361,
go.
the USA number is, dice for bookings, para gente que está en Monterrey, México, el número de abajo es 81 26 00 3377. Okay? Anything you want in Texas, we do divorces too. We do
Oh, wow. Yeah.
backyard divorces.
Backyard divorces, guys. That's right.
Check this out.
Yeah, let's talk about your strings there. Look at that. There you go.
Before I got ill, I had invested in bajos cestos and strings,
Hmm.
but it takes a lot of legwork and it takes a lot of personal legwork myself. I have to be doing a lot because it's my product, right? So um, I had to take a break, and I had I think five bajos, and they sold right away. Gracias a Dios, when I was ill,
Hmm.
and now I'm doing them again. That's why I got some hanging up here in the wall so you guys can see them. And I have my own strings. Thank you, Lord. It's Juan P. Moreno strings. They're for quintos and for sextos. I have bronze and nickel wound. They are a
Wow.
different wound to all the bajo players that are out there. Believe me, this is what you want. And if you don't, pa que yo te diga, I'm telling you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have them. I had them. They're a different wound. You'll feel them. They're thinner and they're crispier. And the gauge, their gauge different. So they sound really good. They're really good. I highly recommend them.
There you go. And
So I sell them
so,
in
so
USA. I sell them for $35 a pack. Okay,
okay.
that's really cheap. And I take them over there at a batch at a time. I'm not in the big stores yet because I just started my business. Okay, so I
Hmm.
need everybody's help out there to get me going so I can get these in big stores. Okay,
There you go.
uh, right now we're doing. You place your order, you deposit your money, and we'll take it to you. If you're too far away, we'll ship it to you. But I
Yep.
make trips to Texas every 3 weeks. So I'm going this week, this coming Monday. I'll be there Tuesday and Wednesday in San Antonio with a bunch of strings. I'm gonna leave them there probably with Aaron or somebody else when I come back. But I'll have them there if anybody. So 361-597-7714 is my number. It's on the strings too. It's on here on the pack of strings. You get a free pick of Juan P. Moreno in there. I'll find them in a minute. And if you buy 3 packs for the first guys, I think we have like about 10 shirts we're gonna give away for the people that buy 3 packs.
Okay.
First 3 packs. If you buy
Yeah.
3 packs, you get a free T-shirt that Juan P. Moreno. We've already sold quite a bit, Keith. Gracias a Dios, man. I
Wow.
just started this yesterday,
Amazing.
and we already gone through a 30 box pack, and we're on our second 30 box, so we're doing good. And I'm really thankful, and I want to. And believe me, this is not a gimmick, man. These are good strings. I mean, for Juan P. Moreno to have it, man, he's really good. You should ask him how good they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. And he's going to show you guys how good those are here in a little
Yeah,
bit. All
in
right.
fact, I put them on my bajo. This is
Yeah.
my bajo.
Hmm.
See?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. ¿Cómo se oye?
Huh? Yeah.
Tú que fuiste para mí todita mi ilusión. Hoy me parte el corazón esta desilusión. Se nubló de nuevo mi cielo. Me di cuenta que no fue eterno. Todo en este mundo se acaba, hoy se acaba tu amor por mí. Mas no voy a lamentar, no tiene caso ya. atormentar pensando en nada más. Que tú ya no me perteneces, que perdí tu amor para siempre. Voy a hacer de cuenta que nunca tu camino crucé. Sounds good. Sounds pretty
There you
good.
go, guys.
This drink sounds really good.
Yes. So that was a little taste of what they sound like. So yeah, man, if you guys are interested, like you said, you guys can always go back and get all the information. It's on the screen there for you. El Mejor Bajo Sexto right there. That's coming from Tejano Day over in Monterrey, as a matter of fact. That's right. He's tuned in over there. He said, saludos desde
From
Monterrey,
where?
Nuevo León.
Oh,
Amel Cantu, some Tejano Day is going by his name. I
okay.
believe he has a show and our podcast out there as well.
Okay.
También.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, so he's
Saludos.
tuned in. And
Saludos a
let's see, we've
todos.
got Yolanda también says, saludos, Keith and Juan is tuned into the show. Mr. Ford Muscle is tuned in over on YouTube también. What's up, Juan? Saludos.
Saludos.
And we have Danny Noyola también tuned in. Saludos, amigos, Keith Leal and Juan P. Moreno. May God bless you both and your beautiful families, Alma and Danny Noyola. There you guys.
Gracias, gracias. Igualmente.
Great to have you guys aboard. Thank you so much for tuning in right here with us on Houston Tejano Hits. My guest tonight, again, the legendary Mr. Juan P. Moreno with us here on the show tonight, talking music and all kinds of great things right now. And, some history and a lot of things that, he's gone through and what he's gotten plans, for in the future. He's got a lot of great plans coming up as well. So, music-wise, we're going to talk about that in a minute. So,
Yes.
Juan, you've had an incredible career spanning for decades. What are some of the proudest moments and how you reflect, on your legacy right now?
There's a lot of great moments, in my life, in my head that will always stay there, and things that I went through, the Chamaco days, from before the Chamaco days. I started with a band in Idaho with my uncle's band. They were called La Familia Mexicana. It was my cousins and my uncles, and we would travel in a big green van in the trailer, and we'd go to 2-3 hours away and go do quinceañeras and we'd go for dances, go for the door and stuff like that. And then we'd play in bars and stuff like that, This is just the way it was. I remember that, the beginning, as far as the like local band experience. And then when I got to Texas, I started with another local band there, Los Hermanos Cadena. And then I started with Chamacos, with Los Chamacos de Raúl de Anda, when Jaime's dad was alive. That's who I dealt with. That's who I talked with, and that's who was paying me. It's through Raúl de Anda for about a year or so, and then we went on our own with Jaime. That was another thing that stays with it. I mean, it was kind of in a sad way, but because we were leaving his family, his mom and dad, but there was a lot of bad things, friction between them and everybody else. So it was the best, and it did turn out to be the best for us, and that was great, But then there's the bad times, when you remember that how it all ended, and then right away how it ended and how it got good again right away was with David Lilo Musicales. That was another great experience. I thank Tio Tony, their dad, que en paz descanse, for giving me the opportunity, because he was playing the bajo at that time, and he was going to retire, and gracias a Dios, at that moment, they were looking for someone, and I was looking for a job, so I fell right into place. That experience was great. Then, of course, leaving them wasn't too great, because, there was no bad feelings, no hard feelings or anything in any way. It was, I'm leaving because I want to try things on my own, And the thing was that there was a court injunction put on me from Freddie Records when I was with Chamacos, that we had some contract loan, the whole band. And when I recorded with David, they put a court injunction on the CD and got me off the CD, the recording. They take my picture off, my name, my recognition off, or else they were going to have a legal battle or whatever. So they took me off. That was terrible. I remember those times. I remember all that. And so David Lee and them, they couldn't do much for me because it was my legal battle. So I had to go on my own. And I got out. And the late Henry Gonzalez, the Mafia's ex-manager, He
Hmm.
used to own Voltage Entertainment. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, I do remember that. Yes.
Okay, well, he's the one that helped me out, and we got me out of Freddie Records, and so then from there I started on my own, and we did Serenata Huasteca CD, that front and
Hmm.
center, the Quién, the Choso Soy, the Quién, and then came into Mexico. Well, I was already in Mexico. Yo
Hmm.
entré a tocar en Mexico. That was a great experience, man. I mean,
Yeah.
those are things that I treasure. You know,
Hmm.
with chamacos, we went all over. I was with Johnny Canales. He took us everywhere. Gracias a Johnny
Yeah.
Canales también, que en paz descanse. He took us
Hmm.
everywhere to this all over the United States and into Mexico. But then when I came into Mexico over here, it's just different, and it's a great experience. And then I got after about 7 years on my own, I went with Ramiro, the Bronco, Ramiro
Bronco.
Delgado,
Yeah. Hmm.
he ex Bronco. We did Ramiro y Juan for 2.5 years. Oh, that was an expansion. I toured further into Mexico, all over Chiapas, and flying over. It was crazy,
Yeah.
but it was a great experience. Acapulco, we went 2 years in a row. Um, Chihuahua, I did
Wow.
Torreon, Durango, um, and right up next to Mexico City, Celaya, Puebla, Toluca. We did all those areas, San Luis Potosí, Ciudad Victoria, Veracruz, Tampico, Matamoros. We did a
Wow.
lot of places that I did with them. Even up there at El Paso Juárez and, ¿cómo se llama? It's Panhandle with this is with Ojinaga, somewhere over there. We're all those
Okay.
places. I remember
But
all those, and it's great. Then you come back and all those things, and I'm back to doing going to Conjunto to the bar tour.
yeah.
gonna go
Yeah.
gonna go to Texas to the bar tour.
To the bar
Been on
too,
the
right?
biggest stage. I've been on big stages, man. Gracias a Dios, I've been on big, huge stages. We're gonna be on in Nortex. If people know about Nortex over here in Monterrey,
Yeah.
that's a huge concert. Elsa Garcia is gonna be over here. Joe Lopez, Mas. There's a lot of groups that come over here. David Olivares, Carnal, Nagami también. They come over.
Yeah.
Jake Perez, Palominos are coming. I think they've been here. They're coming this year también. So
That's an
we've been
awesome
in
event.
big concerts, 25, 30,000 people.
Hmm.
Those are big concerts.
Yeah.
Normally,
Yeah.
normally over here, the clubs that where I like to perform at are 3,000 people and up, which is great. But you get used to that, and then you tour to different areas, and they're
Yeah.
not like that.
you, you come to Texas and you got like 100 people or 150. Well, it just
and
depends on where you're
and
at.
the
You know what I
bands are
mean?
happy. The bands are happy
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean,
Exactly.
that's why
Yeah.
we need work. We need work on
We
the
need
Tejano
work
industry big time. I was talking yesterday with some friends also, and I was telling them, we
with the
really
three
need their help,
amigos.
man, because
Yeah.
I don't understand how they can pay all this money, the Tejanos, to go see country artists, to go see different people in bigger places.
All
You
right.
know, we
Exactly.
just need
You're right.
promoters to get us into bigger places. You know,
Bottom line. Yeah.
bottom line, because those little clubs, I mean, the little clubs, they help you out anyways, but the people over here, believe me, because I've been living over here for 21 years, and I hear people over here, their response, and I hear the people response over there. And the people over here feel bad. They feel sorry for Tejano artists because of
Hmm.
the way where we perform. That's the God
Yeah.
honest truth. They feel bad, man. They say that they're more, estamos castigados, están muy castigados, in their performance
Yeah.
because they don't get the
That's true.
attention in
Yeah.
the places like here, the guys here, and it's
Hmm.
there's the radio stations over here. They go all out. The walls
Oh
are
yeah.
painted by their biggest artists. I mean, all huge paintings. And I'm like, God, oh
Wow.
my. And it's just
Hmm.
crazy. But that's support. They're all helping each other, and the groups come and play for free for the radio stations because we need them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I come from one thing to another. I'm here to support Tejano music. I've been pushing Tejano music. I'm considered in Mexico a Tejano ambassador. Honestly, they tell me it's el embajador. I don't go for names or any titles like that. I just want to
Hmm.
keep Tejano music going because I couldn't be the only band over here, playing.
Right.
I
Right.
want the bands to be coming so the doors will be open if I can, have the onda going, que siga la onda.
Yeah. For sure.
And so I brought like 24 bands over here, big bands.
Yeah.
And right before COVID, then when COVID came in and just knocked us out,
Hmm. Yeah. It's
and then
like
it started
Josie.
to get good again, and then I got sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
so,
It's very true.
so,
Yeah.
but I'm starting to do things again. I'm starting. We're picking up to do dances again, there's promoters out here that do Tejano,
Right.
and they love it. They'll bring there's a lot for all the Tejano bands. But I'm just telling you this. I'm giving you guys a heads up and advice. Be cool with what you're charging them, man, because they know what you're making over there. They know where you're performing. You know? They see everything. They see you on your Facebook, your channel. You say, hey, look at me. I'm over here. And then you want to come and charge thousands of dollars, and you can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So just be careful because these people over here, they're smart, and they're not going to pay you. And you're just going to be without it.
Mm-hmm.
It's best to work with them, work your way up, like Johnny, like I did.
There you go.
I started low. You have to, it happens.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that same shit again to the bar tour. I got to go back and work low for those guys.
and by all means, that's not what he meant by the Texas touring in the U.S., guys, okay? Or U.S., should we say. But he's got some great touring going to go on, concerts that are going to be happening. So, but,
we're going
you
to
said.
be doing privates. We do privates to men. I'm just, I like to give people hell and take it serious if you want, but don't take it so personal. But it's the God honest truth, and sometimes the truth hurts, but we need to hear it. We need to hear it. People are ashamed of us over here. When I get ashamed when they say, "Pobrecitos, man, look where they're playing," and it's bad. And then, but the bad thing is if they call them, "Hey, you want to go in?" and they want to charge a lot of money. Be cool, guys. Gain your respect.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of those little places. Make yourself come out in big places and charge more.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way to do it. I would think the way to do it. I'm 100% everybody that plays any kind of music, especially Tejano, but any kind of music, I support you. And if you play Tejano, I sell bajo sextos and quintos and bajo quinto strings.
Yeah, there you go. And we have some people chiming in that I want to get to right quick, Juan. Before we go on, there's some great comments that are on there right quick. But saludos to Bobby Castañeda, who's watching over on YouTube también.
Bobby Castañeda. Okay.
Yes.
Saludos to Bobby Castañeda.
And like Josie said earlier, with the conversation we were having when things were one door opens, or one door closes and another one opens. Basically, that's what happened with you going from when you left one band to the other and whatnot.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and then Big Ballers in Mexico. She was talking about you when you're out there, when you're playing the concerts. Saludos, Josie. Yes, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Herbie Atkinson, okay, over in up in Michigan, as a matter of fact. He says right here, saludos everyone. JPM, which is Juan P. Moreno, guys, greatest bajo player ever in my personal top 5. So, yeah, right there. So he's another artist up there from Michigan who says that they got to get you up there in Michigan again.
Well, I'm ready. Call me 361-597-7714.
There you go. Write it down, Herbie. Let's do this. All right. Vic Martinez. Hola, Keith. And Juan, saludos desde Phoenix, Arizona. Got us tuned in as well. Thank you so much. Mr. Nick Banda. Good evening, gentlemen. Great show. Thank you very much, brother Nick, right there. You. Juan Trevino también right there. Grammy Award winner.
Yeah. Juan Trevino. Saludos, brother. Una canción, compadre, una cancioncita. He's a good songwriter.
Yes, he is, definitely, man. Amazing dude right there. So, yes, we appreciate these guys for tuning into the show. But let's play a song. You want to play the new song or you want to play the video? Which one do you want right now? Mil Vidas or Lo Callaré, which is a new one that you got out right now?
Do Lo Callaré, the new one.
Okay. We're going to play that for everybody out there. And if you guys like the song, go out and stream it. Like you said earlier, it's available on all streaming platforms, guys, to download.
Yes,
so add it to your playlists for sure. And we'll be back to recap on this one, to talk a little bit about the song and the production and whatnot. So you guys stand by. Here we go. This is the brand new one right here from Mr. Juan P. Moreno. Con el tiempo right there. And you guys have to check this song out if you haven't heard it. Here we go.
Outstanding, brother. Así se hace. Sabes bien. Te adoro. mi pecho. Si pecamos por amarnos, lo hemos hecho por el gran amor que existe entre los dos. Porque este amor que nos funde de pasión en aquel rato, por lo mínimo que sea, es muy grato y merece absoluta discreción. Entre los dos, porque este amor que nos funde de pasión en aquel rato, por lo mínimo que sea, es muy grato y merece absoluta discreción.
There you have it, Juan P. Moreno con El Tiempo, Lo Callaré. That's a brand new single, guys, that is out, and he's, yeah, check it out.
That's a good arrangement there.
Yes,
This is another bajo. Check it out.
Okay, there we go. There's
I,
another
I
one
have
right there,
been,
guys.
I have been sponsored by very fortunate, and sponsored by different bajos estos makers. And that's what really helped me decide on making my own line. But Tex-Mex Bajos started me off. They gave me a couple of Bajos, 2 years. And then Imagen Guitars, they're the ones that used to make for Tex-Mex, something like that. And so he made me one, sponsored me one. I got another one coming that he gave me for when I got ill.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was going to give me one to raffle it off to help out, right? So,
Right,
and that's what's going to happen with that one. That one's going to be raffled off at the Nortex concert. And this one is from Jay Flores, Javier Flores here in Santiago, Nuevo León. He gave me this one. Look at that. It's an awesome. It's
Nice.
a sponsorship. It's a sponsorship. That it's not a sponsorship. It's a gift. Honestly,
Gift.
this is a gift. He makes bottles. He makes awesome bottles. This is an awesome bottle also también. This one. New strings. New Juan P. Moreno strings.
Yeah. Juan P.
Strings sound
Moreno
good,
right there.
guys. They
Yes,
actually play
and
by themselves. The strings play by themselves.
right. He was actually just pretending, guys. All right. So
Yeah.
Josie says you're a great promoter on them strings. So yes,
All right. Thank you. I
for
hope I sell
sure.
some.
Yeah. So they do have you on rotation in Adrian, Michigan. Herbie says up there. They're on the radio station up there también.
Great. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's that Lo Callaré song or the Mil
yeah,
Vidas?
yeah. The new
Lo
the new the
Callaré?
new, the new champ. Uh huh. Yeah.
Awesome.
So David also
Awesome,
Vela
bro.
watching from Oakland. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Well, we're ready. We performed out there before. I've been out there before many years ago in Wisconsin, Michigan. Wisconsin and in on the middle, right there, the Tri Cities, the
Oh, I have it on the tip of my damn tongue.
Ohio, Indiana, and Wisconsin. No, those are the Tri Cities, or is
Yeah,
it
I
or is
want to
it
say
Aurora, Illinois, and Michigan,
at Michigan,
somewhere in
Illinois,
there?
and
Yeah, we did. We used to do that with the Chamacos a long time ago.
wow. So yeah, it's been some time, but to get you back up there would be amazing. I'm sure. You know what I mean? They've got a lot of festivals that they do out there in Milwaukee and whatnot.
Yes.
A lot of great things out there that they do. So in different areas. So, but yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm sure that they would love to have you back up there anytime. So Yolanda is actually from up there también, Lansing, Michigan, if I'm not mistaken.
What'd you say?
She says your vocals are still the same as she remembers way back on the Johnny Canales show.
Oh,
She
yeah.
said it was Yolanda.
Because you said Yolanda. That's a Yolanda.
Oh no, but yeah, I remember that one too, right? Yolanda.
And I arranged to produce that arrangement. So that
Yeah,
was my last
there-
recording with Chamacos, Yolanda.
yeah.
Cuando te vi por primera vez, aquel momento no puedo olvidar. Cuando te vi por primera vez, aquel momento no puedo olvidar. Y me la paso pensando en ti, sin olvidar tu manera de mirar. Y me la paso pensando en ti, sin olvidarte nunca jamás. Yolanda, sabes que te quiero, Yolanda, y por ti me muero, Yolanda. Sabes que te quiero, Yolanda, y me desespero. Sabes bien. Yolanda.
Yes.
Little piece.
Great stuff right there. Yolanda says gracias for that. Yes, for sure.
There you go.
Wonderful. So, I mean, I want to get some scoop on the new song that you just released. Again, it's out. It was
Okay.
just released not too long ago. Let's talk a little bit about production on that. You know, when it comes to creating music like that, what are the challenges you go through when it comes to that? I know you have a great team behind you right now, and going in there with the Art of Holler también.
Right.
You know, when you guys got in there to put something together, I mean, what do you face when it's time to go in the studio for you?
You know, basically, like with the way we're working it out, I get this song that I'm comfortable with, that I can sing with. I get my little arrangements to it. I lay a track down. I show it to Aaron. Aaron goes, "Hold on, let's do this way. I'm gonna add a little bit of this." Okay, I'll go into the studio, record it. We get an accordion. The accordion player goes in and he helps me guide him. Hey, let's do the blah, 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 music talk, and it gets done. And people say, "Well, how are you doing if you're in Monterrey?" And I say, "Well, technology's
Yeah.
is way up there." So,
Yeah.
but I go personally and record. What we do mainly maquetas is through I'll do it over here, recording it, send it over there, send tracks over there. But really, I go into his studio, Art of House studio, and that's where I record the bajo and the vocals. We do everything there, and it's awesome. And man, I just want to let everybody know, be on the lookout. We got a lot of good stuff coming out. And yes, I have a great team. Um, Pete is on the bass. We call him Tiny. He's an awesome bass player. Uh, they're jamming with, they've been helping out JR, the Conto Bandits.
Okay.
JR
Okay.
Gomez. He's a good
Yes,
friend. Un
Jeremy.
abrazo para toda la familia de él. But this is something we've been planning for quite a while. With Aaron and I got sick. Aaron and I had been planning for quite a while, but I got really sick. I did a song with them. I don't know if you remember. Did Quiéreme? Quiéreme,
Yeah. Yeah.
quiéreme, quiéreme, quiéreme.
Yeah.
Well, that's where it started. Hey, what we want to do. But then I got ill, got sick, and so I couldn't do nothing. So now I'm back, and we're going to finish it up and continue. And there's a lot more. Gracias a Dios. Thank you, Lord. There's a lot of Juan P. Moreno to go on, okay? A lot more music. A lot of God has given me so much more creativity. I can't believe it. You know,
Exactly. Yes.
every day, Keith, I play my bajo. Every day, I play the bajo. In the mornings, at night, sometimes in the middle of the day. Every day, I'm playing the bajo. I have one up by my bedroom, but I can't take you up there to get you. But but I got them here too. To come down to and just say, I in the morning I'm gonna be drinking coffee. I'll get an idea and I'll do it. You know, just
That's
I just
amazing.
got a lot of music still in me, and
Yeah.
I got ill, but this change of health changed my whole life too. You know,
Right. Right.
I can still be around people that party. You know, I just don't drink no more.
Just don't.
I
Yeah.
used to party. I
Exactly.
don't
Yeah.
party no more. But I can be around them. You know, my
Yeah.
nephews, all my family. I can be around them. It's no problem. I'm around them all the time. We can't. There's more people that party than people that don't.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But still,
Yeah. So,
that's great that you look at it that way. Going
yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
Am-
It doesn't
Joseph
bother
says,
me. I
"Amen."
tell all my friends, it doesn't bother me. Don't worry about it. You guys come around, drink, party out. It don't bother me at all. It don't.
Yeah,
You know, I have no urges.
yeah,
It wasn't the alcohol or anything that got me sick. It was,
yeah,
yeah. You know, we tried to find out what started this. How do you get cancer? How do you, it's not from drinking, and I wasn't an alcoholic. I was never that bad. The Lord knows it, and my wife knows it. My family knows it. I was never like that. I can't drink every day. I could never drink every day. I could
yeah,
drink about 20 beers if when I want to, you know.
yeah, yeah. Same
But
here.
I can't. I don't drink every day.
Yeah,
But I decided to stop because I was overweight, and I started to stop last year. And two and a half months later is when I got sick. They say the cancer is an inflammation of the organ. You know, you don't know what it can happen anywhere. Your head, your neck, your lips, your mouth, your tongue. You know, it can happen anywhere, and it is not coming from drinking. You know,
yeah,
so but a lot of people, no, whatever. I really don't care because, like I said, I'm closer to God, and I really don't care what people say. I care about
exactly.
what the Lord sees in me, how He sees
Yeah,
me, and what He sees in me. My past is gone. My past is, you know, we all make mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've corrected a lot of them, and a lot of them you can't correct. You just can't do it.
yeah,
So you got to leave it in God's hands, and that's it. And forgive yourself, and God forgives you. He forgives you. You just forgive yourself. God will forgive you. Just stick to Him,
yeah.
and just be right, and everything will be good. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm a walking miracle, and I feel I'm happy all the time because I fainted a couple of times in my house. Keith, oh, it was just terrible, and I couldn't get up, and it was bad. And it's just great to be walking around, and I can play my bajo, I can sing, and I'm getting bookings, and now we're recording again, so. I'm excited to be back on stage. I want people to go out and support us. Juan P. Moreno con el tiempo. Check it out. Lo Callaré is out to the newest. I got a lot of recordings, and that's conjunto. We still have sax. We have a saxophone in the band, Keith. We still
Yeah.
have a saxophone player.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, Juan P. Moreno, guys. Music is all streaming on platforms, guys. So look him up
Yes.
there, and go out there and grab the brand new song. As a matter of fact, and Get Him is on there too. If you haven't heard that one, you missed out. That one was
Yeah, that's a good one, too.
a great song también that did very well for him here in Houston también when it was released. And like you said, he had a little short stint there that took off, but the project is still on, and they're doing great things right now, working on a lot of great music. A great team behind him as well. So you guys show your support for Juan P. Moreno and everybody else in the industry, all the Tejano artists out there, Tejano Music alone, period. Go out there and show your support, download the music. Check this out right here, guys. I'm going to get myself
We
off
got
the screen.
T-shirts, too. We're giving free T-shirts to the guys. The guys buy 3 3 packs of strings. The first 10 guys that buy 3 packs of strings at a time get a free T-shirt. And these are T-shirts from Fanfare 2025. Check it out. There's blue, red, gray, and white. Medium to extra large. But you can't say, I want a large or extra large. They told me already. My daughter says, no. These are, it's the old saying over here, a lo dado no se le busca lado. So if you get a medium, give it away. If it doesn't fit you, give it away. You get a free, you get a free T-shirt.
Yeah, that's true. That is right there. And that's for the purchase of
I'm learning
packs.
about advertising too.
There you go. Yeah. Yes. Sit on the pitch. Next thing you know, you guys are going to be seeing them on commercials, guys, on television. All right. There it is. Check it out.
That's it right there. Check out my dirty fingernails. They're clean. My daughter Lucille says, Dad, your nails, keep your nails clean. Sabes bien. As the keys for the donation, and donation is $4.40. Sabes bien. There's all my social media contacts. You can get with me on WhatsApp. I'm on Instagram. All those that are on the bottom. TikTok. Time is running out. TikTok.
So yeah, there you go. Follow him on all his social media platforms también, guys. Juan P. Moreno. A lot of great things happening. And to touch bases on a lot of the stuff that you did do recently también, you did a lot of work there with AJ Castillo in the past también. A couple of songs you sat in there, man. So how would that go?
Te recomiendo Ingrata. Yeah, that was great. That was awesome doing it with him and his brother and his family, his dad. It was great. Mm-hmm. They're at his studios. I think it's called Redwood Studios there in San Marcos. It's got an awesome studio.
Awesome studio, huh?
Yeah, he's got a really nice place there. And a great engineer. Great people. Yeah, I had a great time doing it. That was before I got sick. Mm-hmm. That was a couple years ago. That was before I got sick. And we did another one. In fact, it's not. He hasn't brought it out. I guess I'm better now, AJ. You can bring it out. I feel better now. Yeah, I think we did Esta Ilusión, the song I did first. Yeah, we did Esta Ilusión there. We're gonna do these. I think he's gonna bring it out. But that was great, and I really appreciate AJ for asking me, for inviting me to come and do that song with him. It was really a great feeling. You know, brought me back into the conjunto de onda también. You know, that's pretty cool. And you know, I want to let everybody know, because I'm not the type to. Well, people know who I am. People that know me know who I am, how I am. But that bajo part on that Te Recomiendo Ingrata is Stevie from Chamaco's bajo player, Stevie Villegas. What's his name? I can't never pronounce his last name. Vivagas, something like that. Anyways, he had done it, and then I get there, and they had asked me if I wanted to redo it. And when things are done right, I mean, why change it? You know. Yeah. So I said, it sounds great to me, and people think it's me. And I said, well, he copied me. He's copying me. No, he's not. He did old conjunto sound, and it sounded great. It sounded good. So we left that on there. And I do that to a lot of groups. I just did another song here. We did a Roberto Pulido song here in Monterrey with a group called Región Monterrey. That's called the Monterrey region, Región Monterrey. They're a bunch of young guys. They play Tejano. They love Tejano music over here, and they play Tejano. And they did a couple of songs. They did some Palomino songs and Pulido songs, different groups from Texas. And they invited me to do some singing in bajo. And I went, and he's the bajo player. And I said, what's wrong with the bajo? And he goes, no, well, we want to do it. And I said, well, what's wrong with it? First, I want to hear what's wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with it. And I said, what am I going to do the same thing? You know, and, no, put your little stuff. I said, but it's your band. You know, you leave it like that. You want me to just going to change, you know, so if you want to leave it, he goes, well, if it's fine with you. I said, it's fine with me. Leave it. So, you know, I let them say it, because you take a lot of credit from them, and it's not good. It's happened to me before in the past. Let them get the credit. They did a good job on it. They get the credit. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, exactly. That's some good, and you know, like I said, he's learned from the past. You know, there's a lot of things you know in the past didn't go right. You know what I mean? And that was great. You know what I mean? You know, maybe 20, 30 years ago, you probably would have done that. But I mean, no, not to be that way. But I'm just saying, from the experiences you had, you know, it's you know, you've been through there, been that.
I've been there. I've been there, and I've been hurt before. I've been hurt before. And it don't feel good.
Yeah,
I tell
exactly.
you,
So yeah, great,
and,
great stuff right
and
there.
I thank God again, always thanking God because it's just the way of thinking that makes you think differently,
Hmm.
and you feel better about yourself.
Yeah,
Believe me.
yeah, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Well, before we wrap things up here, Juan, we want to play Mil Vidas, the video,
Okay,
right
man, I
quick for
appreciate it.
everybody out there.
I really
And
appreciate it, Keith, man. Te mando un
for
abrazo.
sure.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for your support in Tejano music. Thank you guys, man. You guys do an awesome job. And keep playing my music.
For
And,
sure,
and
for
I'll
sure.
be out there soon to all the fans, to all the family, to my nephew, Jose Jr., Moreno Jr., his family there in Houston. All our family in Monterrey, in Houston, and friends. There's so many of you. And I love
Yeah.
you all, and I hope to see you guys soon. Hopefully, there with Mikey Mike or with whoever, wherever it's at.
Mhm.
We'll
You
be
never know.
there, Katy or Pasadena, or wherever it's going to be. But be on the lookout for Juan P. Moreno con el tiempo.
Yes, because he definitely is in the works to come to Houston, guys. So yes, so if you guys are out there looking forward to one of his shows, follow us here on HoustonTejanoHits.com, okay, and or follow the venues that we have here locally in town. Texas Rodeos. Saloon, and then you can also get all the other venues that are around town. But follow those
Right.
guys, and you'll get the inside scoop as to when he's going to have a date here in H
There you
Town.
go.
So be on the lookout for that. All right. So Mil Vidas was another song that you did. Tell me a little bit about this video before we get started on that.
That song is written by a songwriter in Mexico City, and he has like I think it's like 6 million views on it. He's this songwriter and he sings it. He sings it like with a symphony.
Hmm.
But like me, I'm always changing things around. I changed it and made it my way. Tejano, but it's a balada. It's a balada, and I love the way he wrote that song. And it's a powerful song.
Yeah.
What it says. You have to really pay attention to it, listen to it, and it's a very powerful song. It's not very long, but it says a lot in those two verses.
Hmm.
And I had a great time putting the music to it. I arranged all of it. I did all the arrangements on the bajo parts, and of course the accordion parts and the sax players they do that. The idea
Right.
is from my bald head.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun doing that one. I have a lot of that CD is over here out of Uni Music Records over here in
Okay.
Monterrey.
Wow.
So there's still like 5 more songs coming out of that CD too, that they're recorded. They're there. That's there. That label here in Uni Music, it belongs to Manuel Herrera, and un abrazo to him and all the people that work in Uni Music. They're great people, and it's something that I hope I have time.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
something that
Sure.
to really think about for like you guys that are recording and coming up recording. Try not to tie yourself down to a recording label because then you can't do a lot of things. You're limited. And like me, I'm independent, and you go by word, by hand. You shake their hand, and you give them your word that you're gonna, you know, fulfill your
Yeah.
agreement as far as recording and stuff like that. And they see it. So when things like this happen, because now I'm trying to get into the United States, and he has trouble getting my product over there, getting it played, and even those all this technology and stuff. But it's because there's mentalities in certain uh, record labels that this is the way we work, and because I need expansion over there. Well, I'm independent, so I'm gonna go. I'm recording over there now.
Yeah.
See, so I can do it. So I tell everybody, be on the lookout. Don't tie yourselves down, because then you
Yeah.
can't go.
For sure.
It happened to me. It happened to
Hmm.
me. It sure
Yeah.
did. It sure did. I got tied down. I couldn't get out. And
Hmm.
then you're tied down, and they hold you down, and you cannot record. You're held down. You can't do it. So be
Hmm.
careful whatever you do out there, guys. All you young
Well,
cats, man. I wish
stay.
you all the best of luck and the chile ganas. This is a beautiful song, and I really love it. And I thank the Mr. Macias for writing it. Man, he did a great job, the way he did it too. Pero look, check it out. All social media. Buy it. Put it on
But
your car. Turn it up.
there you go. Yes, add it to your playlist, guys, for sure.
Add it to your
Check this one
playlist.
out. Yeah, This one is here, Mil Vidas, guys. Juan P. Moreno, check out the video. And again, thank you, Juan. Always great to talk to you and catch up with you and whatnot. So we're looking forward to the next already. But again, God bless you and continued success as well, you know, and everything you got in front of you going forward. Don't forget about the strings, guys. One more pitch.
There you go. Phone number 361-597-7714. Call me. Get your order. I'm going to Texas this week.
There you go. That's right, man. He's got them packs again. 3 packs. You also get that free T-shirt, so don't forget about that, man. There you go. He's got a bunch right there, guys. So yeah, he's going to be in Texas next week in San Antonio area. So if you guys are interested, yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Keith. Un abrazo, brother. God bless you.
Likewise, Carnal. You take care, brother. Here we go, guys. Mil Vidas.
Mil vidas, mil noches, mil soles, 1000 años, te amaré mi vida. Y amarte hace daño cuando no te tengo, sabiéndote mía. 1000 veces maldigo al destino por tantas heridas, las tuyas y mías, por tantas mentiras. Voy a amarte aunque el destino no lo quiera, aunque la luna me aconseje que te deje de pensar. Voy a amarte porque ya no hay manera de esconder lo que en mi pecho está tan harto de callar. Y es tan grande la inmensa locura de quererte tanto que hoy me pesa el pasado, pero a tu amor no pienso renunciar. Mil vidas, mil noches, mil soles, 1000 años, te amaré mi vida. Y amarte hace daño cuando no te tengo, sabiéndote mía. 1000 veces maldigo al destino por tantas heridas, las tuyas y mías, por tantas mentiras. Pesa el pasado, pero a tu amor no pienso renunciar. Mil vidas, mil noches, mil soles, 1000 años, te amaré mi vida. Y amarte hace daño cuando no te tengo, sabiéndote mía. 1000 veces maldigo al destino por tantas heridas, las tuyas y mías, por tantas mentiras.